Dear people with depressed friends, this video will be very difficult to record, so bear with me. I'm also recording in a fairly public place, so that makes it even more. I'm not sure what your current situation is, whether you know for a fact that they're depressed, it's an inkling or whatever. In this video I just want to say, just don't feel bad for intruding, because once you know for a fact what's going on, that gets closure, seals the deal, that gives you the actual thing that you need to know, right? Remember that they're human too, and they might have problems with talking to people. Now, yes, they're meant to be your friends and all sort of stuff, but like when you're depressed, friends don't really come first. When you're depressed, you are your own best friend and your own worst enemy. And talking to people, even if they are your friends, is very difficult, especially if it's about their mental health. Again, I'm not sure what their situation is. I'm not sure if they're a very open person or if they're a person who's a bit like me, who's quite shy when it comes to talking about things. Although here I am on the internet talking about depression. A bit different. Depression isn't a fun subject to talk about, but I am trying my best. My message to anyone who's got a friend who is indeed depressed: recognise the fact that they need space. Because when you're depressed, that's what you need. You need space. But you also need company. So it's like a weird parallel universe thing where you want someone to talk to you, but you don't want to talk to anyone. And yes, family comes into this as well, and that'll be a separate video. This is so hard to talk about. Oh my god, what have I got myself into? When I was depressed, I was a blank page. I just couldn't maintain a moment of thought. I couldn't maintain a positive thought in my mind, because all I could think about was the past and what I was doing at that moment. But I didn't realise that life goes on, if that makes sense. And I know that me saying this doesn't really apply to everyone, but I'm just giving an insight. Be honest with them. Be honest with your friends and say, are you depressed? Genuinely ask them in depth how they're feeling. Because if they haven't spoken to you in a while because they've been pushing people away, then like that's a massive step forward, because they feel like they're needed. I pushed so many people away. I pushed potential relationships away. I pushed away opportunities to go outside. You know, I was a very angry person when I was depressed. But honesty is such a massive part of depression and life in general. If I was depressed and a friend came up to me or on Facebook or Twitter or in real life, came round to my house and said, and came in and said, how are you feeling? Almost sympathetically, you know, because I know it might seem a bit patronising, but the fact is you're caring. And you might think right now that you're doing a weird thing. And for whatever reason, you might think that you're a bad friend because you haven't spoken to them. Well, you're not a bad friend, because you have made the decision to go onto YouTube and watch a video called Dear People with Depressed Friends, right? And that shows alone that you care about your friend, because you're thinking about them mentally and spiritually, and you want them to be okay, because everyone wants their friends to be okay. It's a natural thing. Right now you're doing a good thing by watching this video. That sounds really up my own arse, but you know what I mean. Like, you're on the right track. And the most important thing right now is to get your friend on the right track as well. There's nothing wrong with caring. Take your time. Patience is so important when it comes to depression. It takes time to get over whatever's happened, you know. It takes a sheer amount of time sometimes, and you have to just bear with them while they're in their hour of need. Don't feel like you're a bad friend for not talking to them. Be loyal to them, especially once you know what's going on. It's just so important, I guess. I'm not sure what your current situation is, whether you've been depressed yourself. If you have, obviously you have a bit more knowledge on other people. Everyone deals with different things in different ways. Some people are very good at dealing with depression because they know what to do. If you're going into depression for the first time, or don't even realise that you're depressed, it's very difficult, because you don't know what's going on with you until you kind of look back and think, shit, I was depressed. You know, it's weird because it's a very real human thing. And especially in this day and age of media, and like, the world is so massive because of the internet, and human interaction is massive because of the internet. And honestly, that distorts what's really going on. You alright, mate? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm recording a video. Yeah. I hope the situation, whatever it is, for your friend and you, of course, gets sorted out, because depression can devour a massive part of friendship. Thoughts are with you. Keep being strong. There really isn't a lot more I can say, to be honest, but just keep fighting. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.